Hello students, today we are going to see one new topic of cyber security module 4, that is system security. Module 4. So let us begin. System security in the sense confidentiality, protect information from unauthorized access and misuse. That means confidential. We say that our marks are confidential, our salary is confidential. Okay, integrity measures that protect users from unauthorized alteration. It means that your data should not be accessed by unauthorized user, it should not be modified by unauthorized user. Okay, like your friend is sending a letter to you that he want 10,000 and someone tried to misuse that, accidentally he got that letter and instead of 10,000 he wrote for 50,000 and he will send the letter and he will send your address, and we know that this concept was there in phishing in other modules. Okay, so integrity should be maintained, data should not be altered or modified by unauthorized users. Availability, information which is visible must be made available to authorized user. Means only BCS lab, only BCS student should do the practicals. Yes, in MCS lab only MCS student should do the practical. It is not like that in MCS lab BCS student should do the practical. Maths lab a math student should do the practical, like Skylab, MATLAB. Okay, so desktop security in the sense, what are the things which are required for desktop security? First one is up-to-date antivirus is there. When antivirus will be up-to-date? When you regularly update the antivirus when you are connected to the internet. That means whenever you are using laptop or PC, you should be getting connected to the internet. Means your antivirus should having a facility that if you want to auto update, when you get connected to the internet, it will be auto updated. Antivirus will be auto updated. So these facilities are required because some latest virus are created on the internet. Virus are already there on internet, some latest virus are created on the internet. If your antivirus is up to date, that means some protection mechanism is written in the antivirus that will not affect the virus, that will remove the virus. So for that purpose your antivirus should be updated. Use a lock screensaver. Lock screensaver why? Because sometime or maybe you are accessing your laptop or PC, suddenly you have important work you left off, so it should not mean that your system or your laptop should be accessible by anybody else. It should be auto screen lock. It should be auto screen lock. That means it should not be accessed by any unauthorized user. That's why lock screen should be there. Then use of firewall and follow firewall guidelines. Firewall we have discussed because there are internet, there are some IP addresses that needs to be blocked, like different sites. So you have to decide which site you want to block. Okay, that is the concept behind firewall. If you want their students should already study in the lab, so you will block Facebook, you will block Twitter, you will block Instagram, because we want that students should only search for educational purpose, for only educational purpose they should use the lab. So in that case we will block the sites using firewall. In Linux also you are having a firewall by default. In Windows also you are having a firewall by default, and you need to activate it. And there are a lot of things. Antivirus is something best example of firewall only, and firewall should be used. Our college is also having firewall which is charging much more for firewall, and Windows majorly Windows required a firewall. Okay, and the next point is every user should have separate desktop. That means if you are working on the desktop, it might be okay, fine, but for doing particular work you should have different user for different thing. Okay, you should not be like that each and everything you will saved in admin. It is not like that. It should not be there. There should be some users, like different users, your name and this thing, that should be there. because you don't do anything in the admin. Admin is only for the maintenance and logins and different purposes, okay, like printout and maintaining data, okay. So you should have different user at the desktop. Disable file sharing. Disable file sharing in the sense, you might be knowing when you are doing practical in the lab, student repeatedly share the file at the time of exam, maybe at the time of exam also, or maybe at the regular intervals if they don't know the assignment and their friend has done the assignment, so they try to share the file. In that case, it might be possible that while sharing the file, it is only readable, or it is read writable, or it is modifiable. So that thing should be avoided, because if student get access to other student login, then security will not be maintained, and that will be against the rules, okay. So for desktop security, next, remove all the virus from your machine by up-to-date antivirus software. That's all about desktop security. Now email security. The email security feature offers by pretty good privacy. One thing is authentication, next thing is confidentiality, digital signature, email compatibility, and zip compression. So we have seen authentication just now, confidential also we have seen, and digital signature we have seen in the previous videos, email compatibility, and that zip compression. Suppose you want to send a mail, encryption means encrypting data sender by private key of sender is called signature, okay. Encrypting data by remember that it is important, encrypting data by sender with his private key is called signature. Consider plain text message, so apply hash function. We know that hash function, when it is applied, when it is part of security in the sense, if there is a plain text is there, and if I will apply hash function, the code is generated, and same function will be executed at the receiver side, and hash function will be applied, and if the sender hash code function value will be same at the receiver hash code function value, then data is received correctly, otherwise data will be lost. Remember one thing, hash function is very, very secure, because it doesn't decrypt the data, it only encrypts the data, it doesn't decrypt the data. There is a database called Postgres. So in Postgres, when you encrypt the username and when you encrypt the password of the database user, you cannot decrypt the password of the database user. You need to delete that database user and create new user. So these are the problems we are having in the lab. So hash function doesn't decrypt the code, doesn't decrypt the data, which is independent of key. So coming hash code is encrypted by using private key of sender. Private key of sender. It is applied to zip function, and now it will be sent to the receiver side. So here original file is there, then hash algorithm will be applied, and then hash hash code will be generated. The data with hash code with the private key of the sender, here algorithm, hash code algorithm will be applied, then hash code will be generated. So data and a hash code will be concatenated and send using sender private key. The message is encrypted and sent at the receiver side. Receiver uses his secret key, and that means public key of the sender, and using public key of the sender, it decrypts the data and successfully. And using hash function, he will know that the value of hash function and this is same, then data is received correctly. So that is all about the authentication. Now receiver side, unzip the file, encrypted format of the hash code, apply decryption, use public key of A, means Alice, which is available to all users. Because I am decrypting with the private key of A, which is only, and decrypting with the public key of A. Using public key of sender, we get to know decrypt key of sender, so we will get the hash code. So both will be compared. means using public key of sender we will get the hash code. So both will be compared and both will generate an appended hash code will be compared. Same manner I told you, means I will decrypt the data using private key of the sender and decrypt the data using public key of the sender. When I decrypt the data using public key of sender, I will get the hash code value, and that will be checked with the sender hash code value. Now next part, confidentiality. Here this is diagram. Confidentiality means public key. Here a different thing, public key of the sender is used, encrypt the file and decrypt with private key. We will see here authentication and digital signature. We have gone through authentication and digital signature. Now we will go through confidentiality. Message apply zip function. So before encryption we will apply zip function and encrypt with the secret key. Secret key in the sense public key of sender. So we are using at receiver side and sender side, means public key of sender and public key of sender. So both use the same secret key to receiver, that is public key in encrypted format which will be sent to the receiver. It is a public key only, but it is sent in encrypted format to the receiver. So we are using symmetric key cryptography. Previously we are using public key at the sender side and private key at the sender side of the sender and public key of the sender side at the receiver. But here we are using symmetric key cryptography. We are using same public key. It is appended to the resultant encryption, then it will send to the receiver side, that it will be decrypted with the private key of the receiver. So we will get secret key, apply digital signature, decrypt message with secret key. Now apply inverse function which will again get plain text message. Here is the achieving confidence. So here remember the one thing, why I am calling it as symmetric, because here I know the public key of the receiver which is used to encrypt the message at the sender side, and at the receiver side that message will be decrypted with the private key of the receiver. So same key is used. So we will get secret key, apply the digital signature, decrypt message with secret key. Now apply inverse function which will get plain text message, and here we are achieving the confidentiality. So that is all about the PGP, pretty good privacy. Thank you.